on whatever. I'm going to share screen here, hoping you guys can see this. Yay.
Okay, yeah, tell me how it works.
So I have examples filled out in Quest Tracker that's like, okay, what are we trying to do? Fight the sun. Cool. What happens if we don't do it? We get cursed. All right. Is it a bad curse? What kind of curse? All of that. Who asked for it? Where we are in it? Who got tasked with this? So an actual example is Knight was supposed to go get the creature from Zeva's basement. Although we didn't know it was Zeva's basement, that's Knight's. There's group goals like the neutral town, so that's everybody. We're all tasked to do that. And then time sensitive, Knight had a month. Neutral goals, whenever you get to them. Important, yes, but nobody's gonna immediately die or cursed or lose body parts if it's not completed tomorrow. So I haven't filled this out. I kind of wanted us to go through it together, just so we can also level set on the lore that we know, fact check each other a bit on it, because I have gotten confused if I know the correct name for it, because my theories depend on who Lysanders, oh my god, who his wife is. My theories depend on her name, so I gotta fact check myself, guys. And then story lore, so that's where some of that's gonna go, and then we have individual tabs of add in your stuff. The goal name, the ranking doesn't matter right this second, because I think what the exercise will be is y'all have 5 minutes, 5 whole minutes. Write down all of your individual goals, the notes on them, you're kind of brain dumping, and then you can go through and rank them, and then you can filter it based off of importance. So it doesn't need to immediately be important. So find my son. That's pretty hella important, but I got to recover my memory so I can go find him. So that's probably number 1. So 2 places to start. We can start big picture with all of the lore, quests, group things, or we could start small, individual. I think small individual would be better, because then as we start doing the bigger stuff, we can connect it back to potential points that we have on individual characters. Questions, thoughts, concerns?
So do we want to start with our own individual ones for a few minutes?
I think 5 minutes. I have a timer at Zoom that I set at work when I test. I was
say.
So let's do a 5-minute thing. I don't know, Sam, do we have I don't have any links open. Guys, this has been such a chaotic.
Links open to what?
Put a little watch together music.
Oh, I am putting it on now.
Put a little,
so we're not just sitting in silence.
I put the long rest on and watch together. I was doing that right as you were talking.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I need to turn that way down.
Yeah, it starts off really loud off the bat. I don't know why. Holy shit, cat! Alright, I'm turning that shit down too.
That was terrible.
It's got a new update where it now starts at the full instead of starting where you used to have it.
It's really upsetting because it's just randomly blares in your ear.
Wow. Uh-oh. Maybe I need to make more goals for Saucy is what I'm realizing. What?
Well, the other goal of this is to almost identify what is driving your character in this. So if you're having that moment, then that's a different exercise we can do another day.
Trustful. Sorry, I'll let everybody work. I need to not talk. I'm muting myself.
Sorry, Kat, did you want me to set a timer or did you set a timer?
I'm watching a clock. I got it.
Preach.
Off the keyboard.
Other thing to think about goals. Maybe also include deals. Like, yes, those are goals, but like any deals you maybe have. Okay, okay. Does anyone need like a couple more minutes, or are we okay on time?
Dash, I think you're still muted.
Yeah.
I don't know how to switch it right now. It's just on. Oh, right down there. Never mind. Give me a minute.
Okey-doke. We'll do another minute. And what this taught me is I really have to find a notebook that's MIA right now.
Felt that so strongly.
Mm-hmm.
The original notebook I had for this campaign has been lost in the moves. And I don't know
I
what
lost
happened to it.
one in a move as well, and I'm like, I don't remember the name. I thought it was here. I don't think it actually is here.
What happened?
Okay. I'm thinking what we do is we just go person by person. So unless there's like a very specific thing that you and Sam are playing super close to chest, will break the story and gameplay secret-wise. I think it might also just be a relief to unburden oneself of all of the knowledge and secrets we have that have to do with our goals. So I can go first to kind of give an idea of how I'm thinking we do this, or we can just go down the line, starting with Shantara. I've put us in alphabetical order. I will go first then, and just kind of go through my goals. I have them relatively ranked. The last two, I'm going to ignore those. I need to find that notebook. They might be more important. They're just at the bottom of the list right now. But basically, recover my memories. Don't have them. Gotta find them. That's pretty self-explanatory. Find the son. I've learned that, I don't think I spelled it right, but I learned his name is Alfie. He's alive, potentially in Corkel. Personal theory. Lysander's the father. I don't know. Oh my god, that's my theory. Messy. Third one, I gotta manage this relationship with Caravel. I'm married now. Like, that's up there. Gotta have a healthy relationship in this unhealthy world. But also possibly had a relationship with him before. Maybe married his best friend. Maybe, like, was Messy there too. Cool. We love Messy. Become a good plant parent. That is becoming a core personality tenet for Clem. Just parenting in general, but also like plants right now are kind of her replacement for the child that she has lost. She almost killed the first one. Devastating. So thanks, Tara, for helping that mend, possibly. So I've listed out what I remember are her plants, which are the carnivorous plant, the fairy lily hat plant. You guys got her a Lego plant that she has, a strawberry, and the strawberry plant, and they all live shrine-like on a windowsill in her tent, which has nothing else now that the bed is broken, so it's just plant home. She also, I think, keeps a log of all of her gifts. These are really important to her because they're little memories that are physical that she can like tie a memory to. So she's gotten pancakes, strawberry earrings, strawberry plant. I've lost a notebook that had my list, so I stopped keeping track. But just like a dress, the potion to help fill it. Like, these are all very important to her. She also has a deal with a star that I'm pretty sure isn't Raymine. Maybe is Raymine. This happened a while ago. Back when we like first got the buttons for the camp. But she's got the mark on her arm showing that essentially that she has a deal. She's not allowed to talk about it. And essentially there is a woman who's potentially Raymie that you guys are chasing down that I have to stop you guys from killing. Thumbs up. No death. So that's partially why whenever we're like, let's kill her, I'm like, are we sure we want to do this? I also I'm having an epiphany right now that I may have messed up that you guys were chasing an actual woman and not the star, and then we killed her and a dragon came out of her, so maybe that was what I was supposed to stop. Whoops. Didn't think about that until just now. Anyways, that's Clem. She's a hot mess. She's got relationship drama, and she just wants to be a good mom.
They killed the lady with a dragon that came out of her before you made that deal.
Okay. Perfect. Throw that theory out of the window. Questions, comments, or concerns about Clementine, the Xeraphel, who also has the name potentially Bunny, or Viv?
Is seeing Lysander in is it Corkel? Where is that like in the priority list? The one that is on the
That is
to-do
a
list.
good one. That's we gotta get to Corkel. That's important, both because I need to put this in there. She's like socially obligated to go visit him. So that's pretty high up because that one does have a time limit. Like it's supposed to be within a month, I think, of getting the gift. You're supposed to show up.
So it's a little fishy. It's not like you have to be there. You just have to show up in general. But it's polite to do it sooner. But it's not like I'm gonna die. It'll never work. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
It's like propriety.
So since her son is in Corkel, like we can add that up to like number 3. So shift everything down. We make this 3. This becomes 4. 5. Cool. There's complications with Lysander because of the whole Caravel thing. That should be fun, guys.
Secret lives of Zanewar wives.
Gotta love it. Okay. I have more information potentially on Corkel, but I'm going to share that in more story lore side rather than specifically Clementine goals, because that's what happens. There is less concern of her. It's who's there that's more important. Other questions? Okay. Does anyone want to volunteer to go next? Otherwise, I'm going to go down alphabetically.
I can go. Oh,
We
Go
can
ahead.
keep going down alphabetically.
Okay. Shantara.
okay. I like info because she obviously doesn't remember Albion in the first place, and even if she did remember what happened, it would still be a goal of hers to actually find him. Release Mom from the Archon, which I don't really remember a lot about, but that is a goal. Finding the water genocity on the Crescent Isles has been a goal for a while. Find more about what happened to my mom, like who was she and why did she get there, like more about that. Figure out if the Red Yin is tied to my mom's past. That's something that I think is what's going on, but I'm not 100% sure. And then something in my past is figuring out who the Seeker is, which Caravel knows something about. It dropped a hint a long time ago, because he called me Seeker at one point, but then a whole bunch of things went to like shit, so I never got to actually ask him about it. Free Anki from his bonds. I owe Rail 5 souls from like forever ago, before all of this stuff happened with Zeva. I have 2 of them, but I still need to get him 3 more. I like potion stuff, so I'm trying to integrate that more. Tara likes doing that to like relieve stress, and she likes making potions for everybody else. Probably as a way to be like, I can't do a lot, so here's a potion. I owe Caravel a favor of some kind. I actually do not remember all of the details around this, but I know that I owe him something from when Knight and Caravel Knight and Kuros went missing, and then Caravel and Tara made a deal that either they would come out enemies or friends, and they came out friends. So she owes him something. Rekindle relationship with Rail because he's been gone for forever, and now he can maybe come back. Figure out what the hell is happening with Kuros, because she doesn't remember anything, but she knows that there are some things of his in her room that is weird, because after she's like woken up. The 2-year thing with I can't remember, with Malele, that's her name. Everybody owes that, so I don't know if that wants to go in like the quest tracker, but that is a deal that she has, the 2 years from Malele. And then figure out what's happened over the last 6 months with like her memories that she's missing.
Cool.
That's everything. Anybody see anything?
For your mom, I know last we heard, I think she's in the Hall of Wings, which sounds like a trophy room of sorts.
Yeah.
So that's where she's last been seen.
Yeah.
And where we need to get her from. I had an interpretation for Malele, the 2-year thing, that we just lost 2 years of our life, not that we owe her 2 years of service. I could also have interpreted that incorrectly.
I interpreted it that she was just going to take 2 years. I didn't know if it was going to be. I don't know if we know what it's going to be.
We do.
It's 2 years.
And I think it can happen at like any point, but I'm not like 100% sure.
I'm going to throw this over into the quest tracker then for us to figure out more. Like, what did we sign up for? Or sign away?
Mm.
Okay. Those are my initial, like, immediate thoughts. You're probably, this is why it's on your list, but, like, do we know anything about the Seeker? Does anyone else know anything? Or is this something that happened before?
No. Nobody knows anything in game about it. The only person that has dropped anything is Caravel.
Okay. Cool.
Because the only other person that might know something is Knight, but I don't know if Tara would have told Knight before they went to Neither about what her goals were for going. But even if he did, you can roll a history if you want.
I could try.
Well, I have a
My
D.
history is a -1.
Okay.
Let me double check that. Knight, where are you? What is your history? A 17.
To know if you know it.
The DC was 15 in my head, so yeah, I think you would know that she was maybe looking for the Seeker, but you don't know probably what it's connected to.
Okay.
So that's probably what you would know. But the only person that would know that Tara is the Seeker, or that potentially Tara's mom is the Seeker, is Caravel. Okay. And he dropped it in passing in between after the first letter that they got from the Red Yin.
Okay. Messy! We love messy.
Yeah.
When you have a second, can you just add the rankings?
Yeah.
So we can... Well, so you can figure out what your number one guiding thing is, and then so we just can passively know what yours is, so we know what to fight on? Or what to, like, sort of fight on?
Well, I kind of feel like some of these rankings are going to change based on where we're at.
And that's okay, too. This is pulse check for where we're at right now.
Yeah.
That way we're basically resetting. Where are we at? What are our goals currently? How do we move forward together? Move the story forward together? And then if we need to do another one of these, we can totally do that. All right, Kyros, our resident cursed bully.
Let's go. All right. So, there is no particular order to the ranking. as we go through. So we're just gonna ride vibes. So one thing Kyrus has to do is free Mint. He secretly made a deal with Zeva for information that he needed, and agreed to free Toodle, or not free Toodles, but free Mint from Toodles. He hasn't been able to speak about this, and it wasn't until the last session we had with Zeva where he asked if he could speak about it, and now he can. He's marked. It's clear that Zeva also understands that it's not an immediate thing because, this might kill us. It's fine. Everything's fine. We'll cross that bridge when we get there because we don't exactly know what Toodles is. We have used Toodles as a shopkeep, but it is very clear that Toodles is more than what we are seeing. And Kyrus did that because, we're not selling people off. We want freedom and all that good stuff. There is no current plans or anything like that. It's just a reminder in the back of the head. So that's why it's a little bit lower on the ranking system. Next up is Cure the Blood Curse. Because Kyrus is cursed. Why? We don't know. Probably has something to do with his dad. It's connected to Moltwa, and Kyrus is dying from this curse, which might potentially be exacerbated based on where we're at, just from just the timeline that he was given. He wasn't given like an exact date of like, you're going to die in a month or anything like that. But it is implied that it is picking up. And just from the ink also picking up on the Crescent Isles, there is a potential for that to also pick up as we are dealing with things. Only time will tell when this will happen, but Kyrus doesn't want to die, so he needs to deal with that. So that's a little bit forefront on the mind. Next up is Raimi and figuring out Raimi and the Falling Stars situation. Raimi and Kyrus are connected. She's been there since the way beginning. Like, I think on the boat ride was the first time that they ever encountered each other. So they have been tied together, and they're tied together due to this blood curse. And in order to separate them, they need to work together. And so potentially they need to figure out a way to separate the pair, in order to then allow Raimi to return to the stars, potentially stop the stars from falling, and hopefully Kyrus doesn't die. Next up is finding Moltwa's skull. Kyrus is tied to Moltwa. What the connection is currently unclear. One theory down, that's not his dad, so cool. Back to the drawing board. But the connection is hingent upon finding Moltwa's skull. Next up is curing the ink curse, because we're all dying. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. It has been saved off, but now it is very present and very, it's going to continue to ramp up just from what we have heard and seen over the last, 2 sessions? So it is something that is definitely in the back of his mind and kind of like where we're kind of heading. Next up, a little bit lower on the priority task is return the key to the Bone Dragon. Kyrus talked with the Bone Dragon. It's been a hot sec, so I remember only so much. But by finding the key, it will help protect Craven, as well as potentially, I want to say it is potentially tied to Albion and his studies and works that we've seen through the campaign. So I think those two are like tied together. I could be wrong, but yep. Next up is help Tara figure out memories. Kyrus wants to help for obvious reasons. They got to figure out either how to explain everything that's happened over the next 6 months, or try to figure out a way for her to recover her memories, or something else. Unsure on what/how, but we're trying to figure that out along the way. And then Kyrus just genuinely wants to find out more about the Furbolgs and other druids like him, because he grew up in an elf settlement and was looked down upon for a long list of reasons, whether that's him being a furball, him being a druid, all these things. And so he just genuinely wants to find a place to connect and essentially feel at home. Because, like, yes, we've all been traveling together and this is a sense of home, but like community is different.
Okay, I got questions. Why are we looking for the Maltwa skull? Who asked for that? Or is
Raimi.
that just something Raimi's asked for?
Raimi asked for it.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to throw that in because you have very clear goals, but they're also all intertwined. So it's like you get one, you maybe knock out a whole bunch.
Yeah.
At the same time.
One
Okay.
second, I'm going to answer this call quickly, but I'm still going to be listening. I should answer.
That's weird notes. I wanted to put. I'm gonna highlight just some cells for us, like yours, and then I'm gonna go back to mine and be like, these are important for us to figure out and maybe work through either by asking questions in session or hints back.
Before I forget, I'm pretty sure the key was mentioned to be in Crescent Isles for the Bone Dragon.
Yeah. Like, I think it was like out in the desert. I don't know why the desert is sticking out, but like something
Oh, you
about
have
it.
that in the notes already. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's there.
I'm gonna put in parentheses desert.
Desert
But yeah,
question mark, because
so-
I don't know if there are deserts on the Crescent Isles.
I don't know how to. Sandy place. Snaggy place? Sandy place. Okay. I'm highlighting the cells where it's like, it's important we remember this, figure out like what other city is it going to help besides just Craven. For me, it's like, who did I make a deal with? Why did I make a deal with them? I haven't spoken to them in a while. Shantara, we need to know maybe some clarity on the mom thing.
Mhm.
I'm not going to highlight the ones where we don't know anything yet because we're still learning a bit about it. But if we have learned it, like let's get that cleared away and cleared up for us. Okay, I had another question. Where was it? Man. Curious, I think ruin your story arc. It's all in the Crescent Isles.
I don't know.
All right, if I think of my question, I'll come back to it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Night.
Okay, so I've realized a lot of Knight's goals are just like interpersonal with you guys right now. So I kind of feel like that's kind of been affecting like how I pushing Knight forward a little bit. But number one goal is basically his oath as a paladin was to keep you guys all safe. So that's been like number one. That includes everyone. That includes like Ophelia and keeping the sword from like other people taking it from him. Xanthi, Stick, everyone that is in the little group. And then that also kind of ties into his relationship with Amira and Xanthi and basically his little tiny family that is kind of have just happened. But with that too, kind of learning more about the Archon, I kind of feel like he's our end BBEG type thing. And so learning more about that, potentially overthrowing him and him, anything really of what Amira wants to happen with that guy. Being a best friend, that's on the list. So, and then we finally hit one that is outside the group, that is curing the ink. So we aren't just sick and kind of thinking the ink might eventually become maybe being able to control people. He isn't sure, but that is definitely up there on the list. Learning more about becoming this balance, this scale that Malele had talked to him about with his relationship with Ophelia. So needing to understand what that might be. What's it going to be as that becomes more ingrained into who he is? Number 6 is gonna need to get Min. If we're gonna ever have to go down to hell, Min is the key to get there. So that is another point of having to do something with Min. Some more interpersonal, like, relationship stuff. Zazie might become a tree. Knight's not too big a fan of that. It would mean losing Zazie. But if Zazie wants to be a tree, I guess he's there to help either way. Become more proficient in magic, figuring out how he feels about Tara losing her memories. It doesn't seem, he's kind of confused on, like, how do you be mad at someone who doesn't even remember anything? And then maybe in the end of all things, if he ever has the chance, helping with the war back at home.
Just regular old family man.
I think that's kind of where, like, I think I have been struggling with Knight a little bit in terms of his goals, because it feels like everything right now is just with you guys and relationships with you and the NPCs that I'm excited about what this balance, the scale, what the saying would be, because I feeling like we get a little bit more of some personal goals outside of that will help.
I'm feeling like we need to color coordinate group, like, relationship goals and then personal development goal. Question. If Zazie does, not that we want, but if Zazie does become a tree, does that break one of his oaths because he didn't keep her safe and she became a tree?
I think it's going to come down to what Zazie believes. If Zazie,
my
like,
consent to treeness.
if Zazie says, yes, I will be a tree, then that's what Zazie wants. But if Zazie doesn't want to be a tree and is fighting against that and becomes a tree, then I think Knight will view it as he did not keep her safe from being a tree.
Oh, snap. Oh, that was a perfect transition point, but I'm going to point out something else.
I
just
also have
started
a
thinking... Oh, go for it. Question first.
Sorry, my computer is really glitchy, so I apologize in advance. But the returning home stuff, is that to end the war or to help with the war? Like, what's that?
It would be to ultimately end it, but I think one of his goals prior to dying and coming back to life and getting horns and having magic and all that was to maybe then go home, overthrow his family, kind of like that type of thing, and he doesn't really currently believe that he can do that. So that's, like, way at the bottom, and will get pushed to the bottom.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Point. I've just been adding in things that have either come up multiple times or have come up across us, our people's goals. Because I want to be conscious of time. We maybe continue this if we want to play some more tonight.
I think this is very helpful, though.
Yeah. Okay. Zazie.
Okay. Number 1 goal for Zazie is make sure everyone is healed and healthy. That supersedes every single goal that she has in her life. So this is also, like, I didn't want to put, like, 20 other things that she knows that, like, she wants to help people with, so I just made it into one overarching theme. Pretty much help everyone's number 1 goal is her number 1 goal. Then next up, figure out if I want to become a world tree. Zazie knows she has 10 years, but it has to the decision of whether or not that transition happens has to happen sooner rather than later. Because she does align with the goals of the world tree, which is, like, balance and restoration. But also, it's kind of scary to realize that you might not be a person anymore. Grapple with that. And then get the ink out of the system. Also, really try to figure out why. I think a lot of it has been, like, us trying to just try to get rid of it. But, like, Zazie's in, like, what is the root? If we figure out the root, we can destroy everything else. Find the Wild God Snake is also on Zazi's list because the last thing she remembers is that he was baby Bjorn to Stick. And then
oh wait, no, not Silas. Sorry, the one
the
from the
snake
pit.
from Pigeons that is now just ahead.
Yeah.
And disappeared somehow while we were sleeping. Where did it go? Zazie doesn't know, but she loved this snake. Zazie would like to figure out what she wants to do outside of adventuring. One day this might all end, this adventuring thing, so I think that's kind of on Zazie's list. Goes into like whatever her stuff. Complete the 2 tasks for Toodles. I put this pretty low on the list.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't
The
know
Toodle favors.
Yeah, the Toodle favors. Don't really know when these are gonna happen, but just kind of always in the back of her mind that, oh, I gotta do this. Manage the pixie population. Need I say more? Every time I come back, something's gone wrong. Finding out they live for 7 days really has affected Zazie's goals on this, because that's a rapid succession. And then overthrow the Archon. Zazie actually doesn't know if anybody else is on board with this besides maybe Amira. She keeps floating it to everyone, I think, in this group, but has not gotten a definite answer. And this also, I did want to let everyone know, stems really from when we were at the Archon, like with the Archon, and seeing people get murdered was not her vibe. And so that is like low on her list. Also, somebody else mentioned, I already blanked. I think this was Tosh that just said it's giving BBEG vibes. Archon is giving BBEG vibes. I'm waiting for a very monologue of like, I do this to help everybody kind of vibes. If you want to take inspiration from that, I don't know. But Zazie does ultimately want to overthrow the Archon because she thinks that it is throwing the whole balance of Neither out of whack. So, yes, that is Zazie's things. A lot of interpersonal for myself as well.
Do you have something with the fairies?
The pixies.
Those are the pixies.
That is the pixies.
They're
I'm sorry,
they're called pixies, yeah.
The pixies. I see it now. Okay, great.
They are on the list, but they are so low just based on... I come back and the whole new system has started, but that's okay because they're crazy.
Okay.
Great.
Question on
Yes.
the world tree thing, because I think I was either out for like a couple of weeks in a row when this potentially happened. Why world tree? Why is Dusty becoming a tree? I've missed this and I don't understand. Does anybody else understand that, or is that just like cats out of the loop?
Well, I don't think you had joined the group even when this kind of inkling of it started.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
out of
I've just
Larian.
been like, why are you a tree? Or almost a tree?
Yes, Knight and Zazie kind of got lost in the forest. They found some druids that were wolf druids that like Kyros was kind of chill with, and then we killed one of them and put well, not Kyros.
I was gonna say that is a strong we.
I should say me and Knight killed said druid. He said he wanted it. It was like his last dying wish for this seed to be put in his body.
Wow. Okay, I'm adding just a story, person, place, thing, druid, tree, wolf, death.
Oh, hello. Sorry, there's someone else in my house now. Okay.
Hank, babies.
I can also put this in. There was
Tara did see all of this.
Okay.
Our side.
Yes.
Witness.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes,
didn't Tara go
Charlie's there.
steal the seed?
Yes, but I don't know if he remembers this or not.
Tara had the
If it
option
was-
of taking it, but she chose not to and left it.
This
Okay.
you would have had this memory because this was
Yeah.
before the Zadalarian.
which is
This was
predates
bef-
me, so you
Okay.
should remember it.
Yeah, but Knight and Zazie don't know that Tara knows what happened. And I don't think that either Zazie nor Knight has shared any of this with Kyros or Tara, but Tara does know.
No,
What
I
happened?
did.
He
and
did.
There was a
Yeah, with
secret. There was
Kyros.
with Kyros, I made I had a full confession time with Kyros.
Yeah, it was when we
Oh,
were
did
in
you
like
do it?
with Patty, and
Yep.
like the other world tree that was like chilling there that you got water from.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
so-
he made a confession, and
So-
then like there's like some blur in Zazie's memory, but there is some connection to her old god and like the world tree, like the people that were at Zazie's old temple in Pangea. I'm like over here like names, people.
So this is basically a very terribly kept secret that everybody knows but is not going to acknowledge. It's just
Yes.
that's going to be a world tree. We're
Pretty
not gonna
much.
talk about why. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
Club's
Yeah,
not
put it under
asking
the rug.
because she's like, a tree's not good. I mean, world trees are kind of fun to look at. Do you want if you want? Not going to question how
Yes.
this happened. Okay.
So yes, it's like there was a series of events, and then trees started talking to Zazie, and then they were like, "Surprise! We got a surprise for you, buddy. You're gonna do this."
Surprise!
Cool.
Fun fact,
Surprise.
I did
Ethereala, your
forget-
previous god, died saving the only world tree on Pangea.
Yes, that came to me in a vision at some point too.
Okay.
Damn. Good
I know how to
damn.
spell this. Ethereal. Related quest. What do we know now? Dead. Got it. Awesome. I forgot about Flower, the rabbit centipede that also just disappeared from my plant house, basically. Gotta find her. We're friends. She's really sweet. So added that to my goal list. I gotta figure out where that ranks. So basically, all of the wild gods we had brought into camp are gone.
Yes. Okay, Kyros' wild god seemed like he was
Yeah.
just gonna leave, though. He kind of was like, "I kind of hate you guys."
Yeah,
and I
no.
wanna
And
leave."
hang on, isn't Silas technically in Amira's tent in like a fucking terrarium?
He was the last time, but that was before everything happened.
Touche.
Does anyone know why? Has anyone been told why? You don't have to tell us why, but does anyone know
Wait, so can you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
about why all the wild gods have left? Like they just vanished from our camp.
Not from our camp.
Okay, so I'm gonna highlight that in a different color than yellow, as like we need to figure out why.
Well, isn't our camp like low key falling apart?
Yes.
Yeah.
But this happened before.
Yeah.
Because they were there and then they were gone. Because it was right
And we
around
l-
when y'all got to what was it? It was while I was gone for surgery.
It happened when we
It
Min
happened.
away.
It
After.
happened. Yeah, after Min was given away, all of them disappeared.
I was like, I feel like we were gone for a day, and then we came back, and they were all gone.
It's when we went to check on them the next morning. So, like,
The top
Drop
squid
connected.
disappeared. No.
okay. Any other questions for Zazie? Or comments for Zazie?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think Zazie is to share her genuine feelings about the world tree?
The genuine feel. I feel like if prompted, spiral. Is that a 1 to 10 answer?
That does track.
Spiral is where she's at right now, currently, with that question. I think, again, priority of people makes Spiral worse. Because 10 years feels like a long time, but also no time at all.
Especially depending on
It's
who
only
you
been a
ask.
few months together.
The only thing I want to say
Okay.
in regards to the World Tree thing is Zazie was contacted by the one lady that says your transformation will take 10 years, but after a certain threshold, you can't go back.
Yes, this is why the decision is Spiral.
It's fine.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if prompted, she would tell you everything, but she would also like be like, I don't know. Because actually, Riley doesn't know. And if the god controlling Zazie doesn't know.
Okay. So we've done our character things. Do people feel at least a little bit more grounded in their character and in who other people's characters are and maybe how we relate a little more? Okay.
Yeah.
Conscious of time, we've been at this for an hour. We can continue going, but if we wanted to get to play some D&D tonight, we can kind of put a pin in this, and then next week we can tackle maybe story lore or quest tracker or both.
I think it might be wise to do Quest Tracker now just to get that, because, I mean, we can do it till 9 and then just do an hour of D&D, so that way we can get a concrete idea where everybody wants to go next, and we have an idea
Yes,
of pressing.
yes.
Mhm.
That's what
Okay.
I wanted to say. I would love to spend 30 minutes just going over, like, what are, like, top 3, like, things we're doing right now.
Mhm.
Are,
Yeah.
because there's about 100 things we want to do.
Okay. So, ignoring my examples, I'm gonna hide those, I'll deal with them later. From our talk, I have our group things, quest things. The 2 years with Malele thing, we're not going to talk about that one. We can deal with this one later. I might just put this actually in story lore, figure out what that means, and then we can add it to quests if that's where it needs to go. Cure the ink curse and cure the blood curse feel like the most pressing, like, tasks or quests to me. We have the neutral town, which I'm going to throw down here. But what other immediate quests do we want to throw on this list?
Are we including, like, what we're doing about the whole, like, Zeva situation? Because, like, I know I wasn't there that night that, like, the Zeva curse was broken. But I thought that there was, like, a lot of stuff that we were, like, pushing for Zeva of, like, go down to hell, get Min, get these weapons, go up, do what we need to do. Like, our Zeva and Malele, like, I think those
So
tasks, like, there's, like,
the overall stuff that was going on with Zeva was that there was a cave somewhere, and in that cave there's supposedly a whole bunch of weapons, but to get in it you needed Min, and you needed the weapons gear up so that you could go and fight the sun. And that cave was on the Crescent Isle.
That might be what I was thinking of. Hell.
Yeah,
Or
so that
potentially the coordinates.
yeah, so I don't know if that's hell or whatever. I don't know if it was a cave. I don't know what it is, but it's something down in the ground. And to get into that, Min acts as the gatekeeper of that place. So before you're going to do anything with, like, the sun or working through whatever Zeva actually on it, you have to get Min first. And
Yes.
I think y'all made a deal with Toodles. Toodles? Yes.
Mhm.
Toodles?
mhm.
To get Min when you actually get there. I don't know what that was because I wasn't there.
That's
so,
okay. That part I understand. I don't understand the part after the weapons. The sun part.
So The goal, because Zeva's goal is to kill the sun. That's her end goal. Because the sun wronged Zeva. The sun like
Okay.
kidnapped, killed like the love of her life, and so now she's like it has to die. That makes sense. And so she wanted Tara to go and get these weapons so that Tara could ultimately help Zeva kill the sun.
And we wanted to get the weapon so we could kill Zeva.
That's
If
correct.
I'm remembering correctly, so that she
That is
doesn't kill
correct.
the sun, because if we kill the sun, that will be bad.
That is correct.
Okay.
But nobody ever said that out loud. But that's what everybody wanted to do, even Tara, but we couldn't talk about it because if Tara found out, then Zeva would know that was the plan.
Okay.
I'm a beat still for real, guys. Clem's on board with killing the sun. She was like, that makes sense.
When Tara found out what the sun did, Tara was also on board with killing the sun and is kind of still on board with killing the sun should Zeva reappear in the future. If Tara remembers who Zeva is. Which
Okay,
they left
so-
on amicable terms, and they left. You and Zazie and Knight don't know this, but Clem and Kiros do. Tara told Zeva that if she needed help in the quest to ask her. So Tara is technically on board with helping Zeva in this quest, but there is no deal, and Tara doesn't remember it.
Status-wise,
Yeah.
I'm marking this as complicated because it doesn't sound like we are required to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like we fulfilled the obligation the main obligation to Zeva outside of Kiros's deal.
Yeah.
By giving her the body.
Yes, that's correct. The other link to this is that it is believed, Tara doesn't know this, but it is believed that Knight's sword, Ophelia, came from the same place that this is at. So I thought that Knight wanted to go and explore the area as well, or was interested in that. Not
It is,
for it.
yeah,
like,
tied.
quest.
Pretty sure Ophelia's tied to it.
Yeah.
But the main goal would have been to get rid of Zeva. So there is likelihood that something else is going to tie Knight to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, side note, Knight, don't you have something with Toodles and having to find a monster on Crescent
That was
Isles?
Min.
That was Min.
That was Min.
Min? Okay.
Yeah.
Min was the deal. That was the original deal, and now there's the new deal for 2 tasks.
For 2 tasks. Okay.
Unspecified. No
In
time
order
requirement.
to have
Okay.
Min as the key to get
Got
into
it.
hell.
Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna add at least going to Zeva's armory as a Tara and Knight owner thing, because it was Tara's deal, but Knight potentially still needs to go down because of ties to Ophelia, and we may still need to do this. But nobody else has like an obligation or had an obligation or tied to this, correct? We're just all helping.
Yes.
To specifically
The difference
yes.
being, yeah, for Kiros is Min specifically, but I think Min is just going to be a separate quest thing because we just have
Yeah.
so many things with Min.
Mhm.
So as a free Min.
Yes, because I don't think anybody is actually against freeing Min.
No.
But everybody has their
Pierce
own
is the only
ways
one that
of-
is obligated to
Yes.
Yeah.
or needs to.
Kiros, I'm going to throw that in the notes. Kiros.
Honor
needs
bound.
to, and this is the deal with Zeva.
Mhm.
Okay. What happens if you don't free Min? Like,
I don't know. Genuinely, I do not know.
Okay. So, unknown. is it time sensitive? I think you said no,
No.
not really.
No, because when everything went down with Zeva the body and everything, Zeva specifically was just like, hey, just know that that is still applying, but I understand you're taking your time with it.
Toodles is pretty scary. The Toodles scariness thing is like she's a world ender.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just as
Casually.
a note, casually.
Just vibing.
Yeah, I
Haven't
don't think
destroyed
that
this
was
world
really
yet.
accurately portrayed by the other people that went and made these tasks either. Of how scary Toodles was.
I'm gonna put a not started for this though.
Mhm.
Because we haven't actually worked towards this. It's on our list, but we haven't, outside of the deal made, there's really nothing we've been actively working towards.
Yeah. And Kyrus hasn't been able to talk about it until now, essentially.
Okay. Priority wise, I don't want to put it at low because we should be working on it. So I'm going to say moderate
like-
unless anyone has.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Feels about right. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say low. I'm like, we gotta.
In
back
comparison to
up.
everything else, it's like I want like an in-between between low and moderate.
Okay. Going back to the top for Cure Blood Curse, I'm putting that as urgent. Like, boy's about to die. Gotta save our boy.
Yes.
Owner is Kyros. Status
In progress.
in progress. We've been getting hints. It kind of feels almost tied to the ink, but also like confused.
Well, it is called
Requester?
Black Blood and
Mhm.
Black Ink. It's been confused already, so we're gonna be dealing with that actually soon, like now.
Yeah.
The requester is Kyros.
Yeah. Kyrus doesn't want to die.
It's Kyros and Raimi, though, right?
Rain, that's where it gets a little fuzzy. I think they are tied together, but essentially, like, it's the other stuff with Raimi that is also tying to it, and then the blood curse is just like kind of like sitting on top of it, like a sundae.
Okay. Death.
Mhm.
If
Mm-hmm.
this is death. This is potentially tied to black ink, black blood. Oops. I know how to use my quick keys. Also, we don't want Kieran to die.
We don't.
That would be
Raimi
bad.
talk.
I feel like another thing to potentially point out for us just above table, Tosh, would that break your oath for night if Kyros died of his curse?
Yes. Yes. I
Okay.
think it would.
I just want us to like understand consequences. That way, if we do
Mhm.
fight about this, which, I like fighting.
It's bound to
with you
happen.
guys,
It's bound to happen.
we at least know that like if you're too stubborn on this, like the actual consequences are like death and oath breaking. So like let's be better table players together on that particular thing. Okay. Fun. So fun. Love those consequences. You don't know exactly how long, but
No.
is
Might be quicker.
rapidly
Because of the area.
deteriorating due to location. Okie doke. Cure the ink, I put high. Blood curse is more important. We're maybe wrapping them up at the same time. This is everyone. Shantara's not, I don't think, cursed anymore. She's cleansed, right?
Yeah, I think Tara is the only one that's cured.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna leave Tara off just so that it's clear that like Tara thinks this is important. I'm guessing she thinks this is important, but she's not infected with it. Okay. Couple of weeks. death, most likely. If we don't,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Why? What do we have? We know here is either Sybil or on the Crescent Isle island. Like we have to
Isle.
sail to the island within the Crescent Isle.
Yeah, there's like a center point that Starlight is supposed to take us to.
Starlight. To
Oh, excuse me.
navigate. Ah, I need to put her on the story lore. Starlight. Yo. Albion's ex.
Since you're on that tab, you should probably also add Tesseris and Lysander.
I don't wish to add my problems onto this list.
This is a collaborative problem sheet.
Okay,
Everybody
we're gonna-
gets a piece of it.
We're gonna put daddy issues and yeah, we'll put that as him. I don't think I spelled his name right. And then the other one, Lysander. What did you call them? Secret lives of
Zainwar wives.
Zainwar wives.
Caraval and Lysander being wives actually really checks out in my brain.
Knew it.
Okay. I'm not going to put too much detail into what the ink curse is on our quest tracker. We're headed towards the cure. It's either Sybil or the Crescent Isle thing. We're doing Crescent Isle right now. So I'm going to bold that particular one. Okay, we talked about Zeva's free min. Basically have that filled out. Other items on our collective agenda.
Going to Corkel.
Nobody's gonna die about it, so I'm putting it moderate, even though Clem wants to be there like immediately.
You'll
Who will
just die a
actively-
social death.
Who actively needs to go? Anyone have any tying things to Corkel? Cool. Shantar's
Wouldn't Shantara also want to know because
I was
Lysander and
thought-
Albion are connected?
I also thought the water genasi we learned also go to Corkel or travel with Lysander.
Do they? I missed that.
I thought it was the angels at De La Lune that specifically traded with Corkel.
I need to see a map.
Okay. I'm going to put Shantara on here as a maybe.
Go for it.
And I'm going to highlight it yellow as like we need to maybe potentially dig or remember why Shantara needs to go to Corkel beyond just Lysander and Albion. If she needs to, she might not need to. Clem's whole life is in Corkel, apparently.
Because where is Corkel?
It is the island off the coast on the west side?
East.
East side.
Never east.
I thought you said west.
Hells Isles.
Don't get me
Not
started.
really.
don't be doing this.
On the Crescent Isles?
On the Christmas.
No, it is not. So if you look at Niether, if you look at
Yeah.
Crescent Isles, it is all the way on Skull's Isles, which is across the Wicker Straits, all the way to the corner.
Okay. Is it the little city that's like on the island in the corner?
So Corkel is technically a hidden city, so you won't find it on maps. The only way that you can
Fair
see it
enough.
if someone points it out to you, which is, I believe, what you
Okay.
guys got from somebody else.
Okay.
Heard.
So, gotta find that. Okay.
I think we should put on this dealing with the Archon.
Yeah.
We do have those wrist bracelets.
Yeah,
there
so
wrist bracelets for the neutral. I didn't spell that right.
Yes,
for
Neutral
the
they
sound?
neutral
are the
town.
sounds.
yeah.
But he
But
knows
the
where we're at.
Archon put them on.
Mm-hmm.
And like several people have different like things that link. So like Zazie wants to kill the Archon. The Archon also has Tara's mom.
Knight is also
Also-
tied with Amira.
Right. So there's like several people who have something to do with the Archon.
Yeah, goal is to avoid him at all costs.
Yeah.
Clement Kiro shaking hands.
nice.
But I think we're gonna have to do neutral towns before Archon. Like,
Yeah.
like break the curse, free ourselves.
Takes everything in there.
Just casually fix the world.
Just a very
Defeat-
casual usurpation of an entire nation. It's cool.
Okay, neutral town.
Oh,
Here,
but-
chap.
Neutral towns.
If it's like
Low,
moderate,
moderate.
because
Moderate.
like we do have a duty to do the thing. We've just been a little busy.
Preoccupied.
I feel like we should also break out the neutral towns into the ones that we still have left.
I actually have the ones that we completed in neutral town status in the server, which ones we've completed,
Yeah.
if you want to look at that for the reference.
Oops.
I just sound sorry to you.
Oops. Oh my god, I'm tired, guys. Yep.
Yeah, so we really only have two left. We have Anwin,
And Winhaven.
and Iridan.
Mhm.
Details in Discord. Okay. There's not it's time sensitive, but not in a like, oh my god, you have to get it done, right? So like a no. Things are just progressively getting worse in the towns as time goes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I imagine that Caravel is getting maybe a little bit upset. So just in terms of that.
Well, if this bitch didn't go get himself kidnapped, we could have focused.
You're so correct.
had one
You're
job.
so correct.
Had to go get him. Okay.
Annoying.
Cool. What happens if missed? Caraval, sad, and
Nope.
towns, bad. Good.
Caravile.
Listen, I can't spell right now. Blocked. I'm putting blocked because we're currently like life or death. The original requester though was Caravel for this, right?
Mhm.
Technically, it was on behalf of the Archon, wasn't it?
Yes.
When we signed our contract, we thought it was with Caravel. Okay.
Well, this was very at the beginning. No one knew how crazy the Archon was.
True.
Oh, okie dokie. No, that's not time sensitive. I'm sad. Dealing with the Archon, do we even want to address this?
We can address this
Well,
at another.
Yeah,
That's a no. That's a
I think like
Clem
more
says
conversations need to be had
avoid.
about it. You know,
Yes, it needs to unfold in game more. AKA, we need to fight more.
time to square up, kids.
Okay. Any other things that we want to add, or is this a good like direction for us to think about and prioritize?
Double thumbs up for me.
Okay. Cool. Do we want to talk, since we have 10 minutes, do we want to talk how we do the notes? Because I feel like we rely a lot on you now for notes.
Yeah.
So, and like,
We
Not
want
to
to like
bring-
alternate, so it's not just Scout. At that point, that means like we would do like once a month to month and a half. It's your note taking time. Just an
I'm
idea.
okay with that. We could just set up a calendar of like, okay, today's your note taking day, and then we'll just work around people's like, I'm on vacation, unless anyone has thoughts.
We could do round robin notes. I know I also take my own personal notes for the session through Krishan and Andy, so I could do that. I don't think they'd be available to do it every session, but I know that's a possibility if someone's like, I really just want to be here today, because I know we all work, we do things during the day, so just being able to be in the moment's pretty nice. So we could do round robin and then supplement with Krishan and Andy.
I'm
you.
totally fine to do notes once a month.
I think like doing our own notes is a little nice too, just because not that I don't want Christian or Andy to do our notes. It's just that I think having us do it is another way for us to help kind of absorb more of the information. And that's kind of why Scout, I think you remember know so much on trivia is because you do the notes.
Yeah. Selfishly,
think-
so we don't get crushed in the future.
I do
That's what
think
it
my
is.
only thing would be potentially maybe a task we can work towards is getting spelling for names, like one universal spelling of said
Yeah.
character's name,
Same
because
with
when
places.
I go to notes, I'm looking up like I'm seeing
10 versions of Corcal and Caraval. And...
No.
Yep.
Like it's okay if it's like off like one or two letters, but like like at least some of getting mostly. I know sometimes we're spelling it phonetically, which is this is not me complaining, but just so that when we're all using this
We have
obviously great
Everything is official.
resource.
If we want,
Like,
when a
we can
person
do a-
is introduced, I can
Thank
write
you.
in the story info exactly how their name is spelled, so you don't have to guess.
Yes,
That would be
that would
That'd be
helpful.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
same with locations, because I cannot spell. I try my
I
best.
spelled
Yeah,
Corcal with a Q, a K, and a C.
Yeah.
That's my B.
yeah. And I
Is it
will
with a
I
Q?
will always spell it phonetically because I actually can't spell. That's a wonderful quirk that I have. So I'm totally game to do notes or whatever, but I like spelling is not my strong.
We could have
Any
a little
help
like
Would
a
be
little
great.
tab that's like a terminology or something.
Yeah,
A tab
would
on
be
the side
helpful.
That
side
would help.
that we can do like alphabetically, and I don't mind taking over that part too, of being like, oh, we could just look at that real quick and be like, okay.
I think I also do have in the server under something a bunch of people's names. I have, yeah, under story status, I have
Yes,
all the
there's
names
an
of
NPC
towns, yeah, NPCs and stuff like that. So I can be better about making sure that they are more updated, but I know that I've been putting pretty much almost everyone's names that we have.
For
I
reference,
think
in the
just
server, it's
knowing like where to find things, because sometimes you can find it in like multiple places, something that's consistent, and then knowing where to go.
So I'll always put the town names under story status under the D&D channel. So if you click that, it's literally all of the names of almost every single town. And then under NPCs, I usually put their name, but I need to add a couple more. So I can be better about making sure there's tabs for that now, so that way you can always see where their name is or what the town is.
Okay, you said story status.
Yeah, so
Is there? Okay.
It's under NPCs.
yeah.
there's
I see.
NPCs, homebrew. I'm also
yeah.
going to be adding, I found a new thing for potion making, because I know Tara's the only one that makes potions. I'm going to add the PDF there if anyone wants to be interested in trying that out as well. That'll be under D&D resources.
Okay. Fab.
What should this be called? It's not terminology. Appendix.
God, we have any other encyclopedia at this point?
God, isn't that the truth?
I put small blurbs. I do my best.
Well, that's an encyclopedia. It just is small blurbs of something. It's not deep knowledge.
In the notes, I have been gradually working on like an NPC info tab that just like a quick like little bullet point of like, oh, here's Lysander. Here are some notes about Lysander. I've been a little behind on it, especially on like Lysander stuff. But if we're like, oh, this is an important fact of Malele, I put it there so that way it's like it's in the notes too, whoever's doing notes, but we can like quick fact it.
Well, I'm not about to be not as busy. I'm actually going to have a true weekend soon, which is why I have not been able to help with these notes as much as I usually like to. So I can always take some of the information from sessions and put it into other spots too. Or if anybody wants to do that, I think that's also a great thing if you just have a little extra time putting just like one extra note down.
I think my other thought with the note taking, even if we do it round robin, is if the note taker is in a scene, if someone just like takes that over, because I don't take my own notes, and I sometimes remember to take scouts if scouts talking, but I forget. Or I'll be like, this is so interesting. What do you mean he's your dad? Oh, just kidding. You're not the father. Cool.
You're not the father.
I didn't write that down. I should have. But I think if we all have the notes up anyways in the session, if while the note taker is in their own little chat thing, someone just quickly grabs it, and then we can swap back.
I was
Yes.
also, I was going to agree with that because I do think it would be more helpful for people because if we're trying to take notes while you're trying to talk, it's harder to understand what's going on and keep up.
Can confirm. There have been a number of times where I'm just like, oh wait, nope, hang on, let me say this. Oh, okay, we moved on. All right, we're keeping going.
Cool. Any other like thoughts, questions, or concerns that we have, or are we feeling? Yes, Tosh.
How do you spell Malele? I just clicked the NPC tab of her and she spelled two different ways.
Is she spelled two different ways?
She is like in the actual title. It's Melelyah, and inside the information is
the reason why it's spelled two different ways is technically I summarized the notes that we had taken inside the docs, so it spelt it the way that I spelt it the way that I saw in the docs, but the original way her name is the way I put it.
In the title.
Yeah.
Elya.
Okay.
I'm gonna also just take this on it.
The issue I also had with putting like I put the NPCs, but I try to go purely off whatever the doc is because I don't know if I'm saying something that nobody knows yet because I know what it is and I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever this is.
What a mood.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for indulging me in this organization task. It makes me feel a lot better that I can have some clarity. And also, my biggest thing is like I came in halfway through and like the tree thing, I had no fucking idea. Which is fine because Clem doesn't know. But then I'm like, wait, is this actually like important? How serious is the cursed blood? I thought you just had funny and ill-tasting blood. Not like death imminent. Like that's important to know. Because all Clem was ever told was, yeah, he tastes bad. Don't bite him. Okay, cool. Got it. Okay. I'm done. 10 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock y'all's time, and 11 and 12.
Is there anything
Damn.
else that we're missing or we want to put forward or things that we would like to do going forward, like the round robin or a specific thing that we would like to do? Okay. So,
Actually, I'm sorry. One thing. Can we just pick like who's starting notes and
That's what I was-
how or what's the order? Because I will need to mentally be awake. when
Wait,
it's
no,
my turn.
no. I'll start.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, let me. By the time I
God,
finish this,
I
hot
got-
pocket.
Next week.
do we want to put
Okay.
like do we want to just do like a list that way we can see what everyone's doing?
Yeah. That would be good.
Yes.
Even if we just put like the order.
That's what do you want me to make it a tab in the server or do we want to just because I fear if we just have it somewhere random, we'll lose it.
Can we do it in the events? Because the events is straight up
Oh,
at the top.
that
Everyone
would be
knows.
That's what I was
And then
thinking.
actually.
In the details, just add
Like who is
doing
taking
what.
notes on that day.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That
I
would
just
be-
put the list of the number because I know we don't always play every week. Like,
Put it like with the notes tab of like the order, like in that link, or like in that
Yeah.
message, or pin it somewhere, and then also do the events. That way, then we have like two different places we can check.
I'll put it in the general with a pin. Or I'll make it its
Yeah.
own thing so that way we can always see and it won't get lost in the other things that I post.
you got it,
That'd
girl.
be good.
Slay queen.
Slay. Okay, and then I will be awarding inspiration round robin style. Whoever takes notes will get that free inspiration for the day. And if you help somebody out, you'll also get an inspiration for helping out so that way we can all benefit from taking care of each other.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
So
there-
Riley is doing today. Kat's doing next
I'll
time.
do next week because then I think I'm out at some point in April. So then that way I'm just like taken care of and we don't have to worry about my schedule for this month.
Is there anything else that we're confused about or we're thinking about? Okay.
I might have questions later if I can't find my notebook. I might need some clarity just from you, Sam. But
That's fine as long as you ask me. Okay. No other thoughts? All right. Let's do a quick, maybe like 2-second recap.
I can do it.
Can I go pee real quick?
We
while
leave
you do the
camp. We
recap?
find Angel. Angel is naked. We go to Naked Angel Colony. Finding Starlight is priority to talk to Starlight. We end session by starting to talk to Starlight. Surprise, Albion's ex-wife. Everybody kind of talked about little things, but honestly, it was mostly that's the biggest point to be made is we are talking to Starlight, and Starlight is going to help us with Ink and Blood Curse, I believe. But we're getting more clarity from her this right now.
Okay.
Literally summary. I'm like, naked angel colony, starlight help.
All right. As all of you have congregated around Starlight, I think I gave you a small recap of what was all said and kind of spoken about. Kiros, you managed to find yourself kind of dawdling behind the whole party as you've gotten your map, you've gotten the things that you're thinking about. I think the last thing we were talking about was Tara's mother. I think that's what we were on the topic of.
That's right, because Tara and Kuros were not with everyone.
Do you guys want to take a couple seconds to speak amongst yourselves to share the information that you have before continuing with Starlight?
Are you asking the
Sure.
rest of the group to catch Tara and Kuros up, or is they doing separate?
Tara was here with you. Tara's here with you. It was just Kuros.
It's just rolling up.
I think I'm hearing someone's music kind of
Probably me.
echoing a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, Kios, well. Oh.
I just said okay. I'm just like moving. All right.
Oh, okay. We found Starlight.
Good.
We're talking about going over how she's going to help us with the ink.
Cool.
It's gonna take a little
Got enough to
while.
help.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We gotta wait until I think tomorrow, because they kind of turn into stone at night.
Fair enough.
You're good. He's just like next to me. You ready?
I assume so. I mean,
Okay.
we're just talking. I did, but kind of like glances around. Should we be concerned?
Not quite whisper. She's Albion's ex-wife. They had a kid. She's behind the bar. Half angel, maybe. And not dead.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, she knew Tara's mom. Probably, maybe.
What do you mean, probably?
I mean, if she knew Albion, she probably knew Tara's mom. I don't know. I was hung up on the kid, man.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. So potentially knows Pidge. Potentially knows where Pidge is. That's something.
Yeah. But we'll be on a boat with her. Well, not super long. It apparently doesn't take that long to get over to the island of the tower.
It was about.
Do you not like boats?
I'm just putting my hand on Kuros's arm. There's just a random reassuring arm just appears. It will be okay.
Is it the fear of boat or water?
Water.
What if the water... I'm going to look at Zazie. What if the water is like the water we were just in? That, like, hugs you.
I'm just shaking my head. I don't need it to consult. I don't think anything. I mean, I'm speaking for you, Kira. Sorry.
Yeah. No. Never been a big fan of big water. Like
Did
sponge.
you have a near drowning experience, and that's why we don't like water? Big bodies of water?
No, I just don't. He kind of like flicks his ears a bit. I hear a lot, and once I'm underwater, I hear nothing. And I do not like that.
I would have never thought of that.
I can swim. I don't drown. But just don't like it. But anyways, let's.
Do you think we could ask her to stay somewhere tonight while they're all stoned? Crystal? Sorry, Crystal.
Stay here.
Yeah, stay here.
I mean, that's fine with me. If we don't think we can just go
Nice.
back to the rings and come back.
Are you guys whispering this at the table and like in front of her, or have you kind of like turned a little bit?
I probably
Oh, God.
I stepped away to
Okay.
go talk to like Kiros while
Okay.
he was approaching to be like, "Oh my god, here's the gossip."
That's how I imagined it too, like kind of stepping in that direction.
Okay. Well, she will wait until you sit down to speak further.
Tara was like there during the entire conversation, right? Or did she come in at the tail end?
You came in the whole conversation.
Okay, so then when Clem leaves, Tara's just gonna turn to this person and is like, so you and Albion were like together?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. And you can just see this layer of shame on her face as she just.
Why are you shame-filled?
It isn't a very good feeling to know that your husband is kind of everybody's issue, as well as my own. Especially when he was once very pleasant, and now he's not.
What do you mean now he's not?
When Albion first came to Zainmar, he was very young, very soft. It was Tesseris who found him, I think in Thundershaw at the time. There was a very large plague going around, and apparently he had very promising aspects about him. So he brought him back, yada yada, became a disciple underneath the Chancellor, the right hand of the Archon himself. Very big deal to any Zainwarian. And so, he started excelling, creating things no angel would have thought of. At first, it was good, very interesting things. He brought in agriculture. He brought in creatures called Hyzopos. He began splicing DNAs with different animals to create fantastical creatures. And then, I don't know. Technically, we were only married because he got awarded a wife, which was me.
He got awarded a wife?
The Archon wanted him to stay, and he believed happiness is the way to complicity. So he was given the option of a home in the sky and a wife or whatever he wanted. And so he chose me. And we were married about the day afterwards, I think.
Was he like kind to you?
He was nothing I'd ever known before. Angels are not meant to love, or not supposed to. It is not a thing. And yet somehow this creature came into my life and whirlwinded it out of control. In a good way and a bad way. I think I was the closest an angel could ever be to love, was with Albion.
Were you involved in his work?
Yes and no. When he first started out, I was there a lot, and then after his big breakthrough, I was not.
Did you happen to know another person that he worked with frequently?
Which one?
What, someone that looked like me?
Vor, right? The Genasi?
Yes.
Technically, I knew her. Her and Albion got along very well. They complemented each other in interesting ways. She was a bleeding heart who wanted to help out the magical folk. And he had a place for them to go.
Hmm. It is hard to see her as a bleeding heart.
It was a very long time ago. She was very young. Looked around your age, maybe younger.
Interesting.
So I'm assuming you're looking for your mother.
Information about her, her current whereabouts, why she was there, what she was working on.
Well, she's technically alive. What she was working on, I'm not sure. Her and Albion kept themselves close-lipped. All I know is boats full of magical folk would come in. They would be shipped to the Zadlarian, and then nothing else.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate you answering.
Of course, I see no point in secrets, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I will keep that in mind.
As this conversation kind of wraps, Kiros, Clem, and Knight, I'm assuming you guys have kind of come back to the table and sat yourselves down. There's food and beverage, as well as music playing. You guys are welcome to eat and leave. You can speak to her if you'd like. You're free to roam the open world cabin.
Just to confirm, we're leaving tomorrow morning.
Correct. I cannot go overnight.
Is there
Do
a
you-
place we could stay the night?
You can join us if you'd like to partake in the warmth of the beach. We don't have homes or roofs. If we stay inside too long, our light sand will dwindle to the point we'll kind of dissolve into dust.
We have a place to stay in the meantime, if needed.
It is up to you. The rugs are here if you'd like, and there's food over there.
All right. Well, thank you.
It is of my pleasure. And I hope you all are able to relax and rejuvenate.
Does she stay at the table? Or
Oh yeah, she's just sitting there.
is
You can
she
see she's just chowing down on food. She's kind of just sitting, just eating.
Can you
Look-
tell us?
No, go for it.
Can you tell us what is on this island that we're heading to?
Well, the island itself is overrun by various different things. I personally don't go on it too often. I simply leave offerings and leave.
What sort of things are overrunning this island?
Animals and creatures. Different things. Technically, this is the only spot that is far enough away from everybody that no one or no civilization will be able to find you. That's why we came here. To hide away from the Archon.
What were you hiding from exactly?
Well, when the Archon found out, well, I wanted to leave before the Archon found out about my daughter. Because you know what happens to the half-breeds, especially in Zainwar. They're very purist. I implored Albion to follow me, and he said that he could fix it and make everything alright if he kept on the good side of the Archon, and everything would be okay. And I said, no, that is very stupid. So, I decided to take some friends of my own from the Serpent's Towers and the other places they held the magical folk and left.
Are all of the magic folk that you shepherded here, or did they disperse?
So, the magical folk, in Zainwar there is no such thing as magic, technically. No person can inhabit string use. Everyone has to be of the same cloth, and magic disrupts the system. So if you ever show any kind of inclination toward the strings, you are reformed and put into the Serpent's Towers. And that is where a lot of angels rot away their days. And I took all of the ones that I'd found and were able to come with me. And this is everybody. Is there something on your mind?
I've heard tales of other furbolgs out here, and I wasn't sure if you knew anything about them.
Technically, I have. They used to pilgrimage around here back before. I think it was before the First Holy War.
They known elsewhere or here, or do you know their whereabouts?
Well, during the First Holy War, they were prompted out of Craven and prompted out of Irden and driven into the sea by the angels and other creatures. The wild gods themselves were taken and turned into weapons against their own people. It was quite drastic. And so they pilgrimaged to the Crescent Isles where they thought they would be able to be free of the tyranny. And so they preoccupied this spot for a very long time. And then they suddenly disappeared.
Is there anyone that knows of where they used to be?
The last person I heard speak about the druids was technically Albion. He was convinced they were still around somewhere, but he couldn't find them. That was a long time ago. Him and Lysander were searching for something. Something. It was. It wasn't a footprint. So if you can find a remnant of a god, or a wild god, or something like that, you can chip away at their own body and make it into something. They were obsessed with this idea.
Could have been a skull.
If it existed on top of a god, perhaps. The issue with wild gods is they were still mortal. They became godly by drinking the tears of the moon, and therefore becoming a footprint of it. And their body just simply became a sponge of some kind. It began to slowly absorb the excess amount of magic they had. Their strings would wrap around their bones, creating these carvings of pure magic. And so when they died, or they descended upon something, their bones became a hub.
And they would want to use that hub for any sort of benefit, wouldn't they?
Many people did. The druids used to take whatever they could. They would hold it and guard it. I think even the Fury had one. I think it's in the tree. I can't remember. But most world trees are built or stemmed from the bones of old deceased wild gods. That's simply because it's such a concentrated power from the Feywild, technically. Or the moon, depending on where they came from.
Really noted. Thank you for answering.
Of course. If there's any other questions you have, feel free to ask. Most people here are very loose-lipped. Does anyone have any other questions for Starlight? All right. As your conversation dies down, you guys have eaten, drank, and kind of relaxed. What would you guys like to do right now? The sun is kind of starting to set, but it's not nighttime quite yet.
Can I try to find the person that has these comics?
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Sorry, I did not have my dice right here. Oh my god. Wait, I have a point of inspiration. Wait, no, wait. I don't think I need it with my perception roll. Oh. I'm sorry, I have nothing up right now.
No, take your time. It's all good.
Shh. That would be a 16.
As you're looking around and kind of giving yourself a good observation, you will see around the area where there's a bunch of crops is an angel who's kind of sitting. She's lavishing down as there's these random books all around her. She's also surrounded by crops and other things as she just kind of spindles what looks to be a small gold coin within her fingers. It looks like you're probably gonna have your best bet there.
I'm going. Total.
Are you telling anybody that you're going, or are you just going?
Yeah, yes. I mean, as the night, like, we're not really talking, but I'm gonna just look to somebody that's next to me, or just kind of to the group. There's some comics I want to look at. I know this is so random.
Does anyone want
But-
to go with Sassy?
Nobody has to go with me. I can do that. I think I can handle, unless the
I'm
comics
gonna-
woman is a warlord.
I want to go mainly just because curious about comics, but I'm more just like shadowing. Like I'm a weird sand figure behind Zazzy right now, being like, "What the frick is a comic?"
Oh no, I'm stuck. Hold on, I'm coming. La 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 la.
Is anyone else following? Are you guys doing your own thing right now?
Chris has a carving to make, so he's a little busy.
Tara?
I think Tara's chilling. I think she's like, she's just like reeling from everything that's going on. So I think she's chilling.
Night?
I think right now. I think Knight he'll be kind of chilling right now. He's kind of just kind of observing. Might choose to do something depending upon as everyone else kind of does their own thing. But right now he's just like watching.
Okay. Night and Clem, not Night and Clem. Clem and Zazzy, as you guys kind of saunter over to the bookshelves, you'll see a woman. She's kind of only got a silk robe to hide her decency as she kind of lounges on one of the rocks. She seems to be drinking some kind of golden wine as she flips through these pages, but unlike all the other angels who are more sedimentary, kind of standing, walking around, this woman is just freely using magic as she kind of spindles through everything and pushes it into these other pages.
Hello.
Good evening. What can I do for you?
Yes, I heard that you may have like some updated reading like comics or some sort.
Oh, you're looking for the drawn ones. Yes, they're over there. I have quite the gallery if you wish to peruse.
Yeah, do you have anything that like are any of these like very recent? Like do you get regular updated ones or are these a little older?
Some of them are older. I do have a fairly new collection came out. These mostly come from Quirkel, though, so...
I would love to take a look at the newer ones.
As you kind of say that, several books will fly off the shelves to kind of open in front of you. You can see they're kind of swashbuckling rogues, thieves, airship pilots. There seems to be one that kind of sticks out that is kind of like it's a very buff woman that kind of is able to control water as she kind of pulls up a wave and it goes over. But these are all
I'm gonna look at the one that looks the most familiar.
Are there any like smooch ones?
Do you ask her, or are you asking me?
I'm like just peering over at all the ones that have come out, being like, "What is this?"
Her eyes will kind of land on you, Clem, as she'll snap her fingers, and several more romance-lined ones will kind of slide over the gloss of the ground. And
For the BL.
boy love,
Give me the police. Yes.
you'll see one that is. It looks to be. There's a wide variety, you know, ranging from 1 to 10 on smuttiness. Some of them are pretty nice, but there's one that's a fae romance. There's dark fantasy. It's whatever your heart really desires that you're looking for.
Fabulous.
I'm rifling through. I'm trying to see if I can figure out why this guy says that we remind us of like these people in the comics.
As you kind of go through these books, you will see on the very bottom, there is this comic book where it looks like exactly like yourself, but if you were blue.
Okay.
And there's one of that looks just like Shantara, but she's green. There's one that looks like Kiros, but he's yellow. There's a sand person that's brown, and then there's a pale guy with a big sword.
Okay, who's the author of this? I'm like, Zazie is like into this comic. Like, who is writing about us?
As you kind of scroll to the very back, you'll see, there is no true name, but it has Sarah written on it.
Where's your husband?
Me?
Yes, you. I'm like turning around. Yes.
I don't have a husband. Oh no, I have a husband. She's completely lost track of it. She's like turning around me now. I don't know.
He's sitting with Starlight right now. They seem to be chatting about something as he's kind of just relaxing.
He's over there.
Okay, interesting. How much for this?
We don't do currency. We do trading.
Oh, okay. Love this. That's perfect. Let me think about what I could maybe. Okay, okay, I'll be like, okay, give me 1 second. I start ruffling through my bag. I pull out a birdhouse.
Oh, I like that. And you'll see her long fingers will kind of grab onto it. You can take two books for this.
Well, Clem, is there anything you would like?
She's like holding up one. And in my head, it looks a little bit like Caravel and a little bit like Lysander.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. You see her eyebrow will kind of perk up. She goes, "You have a type."
Interesting. Is that just like about friendship or something?
I'm pretty sure there's a ton of heartbreak in here.
Okay. That
I
kind
don't
of
know,
looks
but they
like
look
Caravel.
familiar. Mm-hmm.
These all look like us. I'm holding up the
She has
comic
like
now.
this evil face though on right now, like he's
Who
gonna.
had any... Which one? Which one
I'm
looks
gonna-
like the dominant? You know, one looks a little dominant over the other. There might be some hierarchy in the friendship that needs to be discussed.
I think that's what the cover page is. They're trying to determine that in this book.
Mm.
It's a 9 out of 10 on a smuttiness scale.
Wow.
I'm
Okay,
gonna just
great.
look at Jazzy and be like, I'm putting this in his most important research paper for him to find one day. Jump scared.
I'm sure he'll be delighted about this.
I don't hold grudges, but I never got to really, really slap him. This will just be
Oh.
funny a lot later.
Wait, why do you want to slap Caravel?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we've actually ever talked about it. I know I was mad and I didn't say anything to anyone, and communication became very difficult. But, like, in the whole disruption, destruction, vanishing of the lab, that dumbass would not leave the projection of who his father was to get to safety.
Mm. No respect for living.
His own life. He was gonna
Yeah.
die. Well,
Hmm.
obviously he fixed it, but like he didn't tell me that. I thought we were just dying. And then he kissed me, and then he got kidnapped.
Wait,
Like,
you
we got a lot.
kissed? Before you got married.
Oh,
There's
no.
there's nothing wrong. You can kiss before you get married.
We'd kissed before that too.
Wait, what? You kissed before? You liked Caravel?
Yeah, that's why I was so mad when he was gone. And then I
That
thought he was
makes
dead.
sense. Yeah.
Because like I was working on my feelings and we had been working through some other physical things as well, and then it just was getting started and like dead. But no, not dead, kidnapped.
And then married. Wow, what a quick progression to...
Yeah. So I haven't really like had the time to process the mad that's still there completely. Because he's like traumatized and all of that, which is why a delayed revenge is better than like an immediate like anger. And I said
Well,
I don't
why do
hold
you wanna-
grudges.
wait.
Apparently I do.
I'm gonna say that revenge doesn't seem like something you do against a loved one.
But I am petty.
Why do you need to be petty?
Because it feels good.
I feel like you heard the answer of what you should do when we
Well,
first started this
exactly.
conversation, which is to
Not
talk
do anything now.
Nope. That was not the one I was going to say. I was going to rewind it really back to more the beginning where maybe you talk to Caravel about that. Open communication.
That's not satisfying.
How do you know?
This conversation is killing my vibes.
Wait, this conversation is killing your vibe?
I was so excited to prank him. This is. She's actually looking at it for
Okay,
the
okay,
first
then
time.
prank him. That's fine. I'm so sorry. You know what? I haven't even been in a relationship, so why are you taking dating advice from me? You know, you
not
could do what?
dating
Maybe
advice.
that's what
We're
what.
already married.
Well, marriage. I have never been married, either. So that's also a thing. You don't have to take my marriage advice. Maybe
Is
I
it
don't know.
mean?
Maybe they do.
Is it mean to give him a comic filled with? She's flipping through now. Wild pictures. Of the man we potentially
She's
don't
kind of
like.
curious. She's looking over.
I'm gonna show her.
That is a compromising position.
Why is it compromising? Do you think one of them's about to die?
No, it's just like, you know, I didn't know people, did that way.
It's a little 2D, but yeah.
Well, I assume. Okay, yeah, I think I've seen enough of the book. That's great. Like Zazi's like half
Is it too
peeking,
much
half like.
then as a prank?
No, I mean you know him better than anyone. You're his wife now.
Yeah, but he has a thing with Lysander that didn't end well, so maybe this is a mean prank. Maybe this one will stay just for me.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you'll find something. Maybe you'll find something you could do that they do in the book that you could do for him. I don't really know, like a research
She's
guide?
reopening the book. You mean just like the different positions?
Maybe he'll like, and she's just like pointing to a random panel. That one.
All right. She's gonna tuck it away in like the sand pocket she has. She has a bag now, actually. Oh my god, we have a bag. Goes in the bag.
What?
Filled with dirt.
I don't know. Zazi's like completely like a different color shade of green at this point.
What book did you get?
I got this book. So now my book looks like nothing in comparison to what you had. I just had this comic that looks like us.
Oh. You're the wrong color. You don't look that color.
Yeah, but like everybody kind of looks like us. This whole group of adventurers bears a strong resemblance to us, and it was written by someone under the pen name Sarah.
Do I know this
How do you
name?
pronounce Sarah? How do you spell that?
I'm just have been spelling it like the wine, which is like Syrraa, I believe.
That was so much more intricate than how I spelled it. I like Zazu spelling better.
Syrah, yeah, it doesn't have 2 R's. It just has 1. Sorry,
Whatever.
I'm thinking wine when I hear Syrah. Okay. Yeah. So,
Do I know the name Sarah?
Roll history.
That is a 27.
You've seen that name around Caravel's tent. Like little letters addressed to that.
Hmm. Hmm. I have a theory that we should ask Caravel about.
I'm game. Maybe this is how you can prank him.
Well, depending on his answer for this theory, maybe the prank's back on.
Hey. So should we find Caravel?
Yes, he's sitting
Do you
over
think we
there.
should corner him?
No, he won't run very fast from us. I don't think we don't have to corner him.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not really a big prankster.
So you guys
This
are
is just-
heading back?
And no questions.
Yeah, yes, immediately. I'm like, thanks, girl.
As you both begin to head back, you're all kind of Kiros, Shitara, Knight, you guys have just been doing your own thing, kind of relaxing for a little bit. When you see the stomping and the very clear walk shuffle of Clem and Zazzy back on the horizon.
Like it's Curious, like working on his like carving without even looking up, just like they're moving with purpose.
Gliding and shuffling, glide and shuffle.
You just hear the like pat, 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 pat against glass of bare feet.
As you guys pat, 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 Caravel is sitting at the table right now, and if no one's moved, anyone can also be at the table with them. He's just chatting to Starlight.
I don't know why. Lozzie's like confrontational. She slams this comic down on the table.
I'm gonna lounge myself over Caravel too.
And I slide it over
Hey.
dramatically.
Is this good
Yes,
cop, bad cop? What's
Christians.
happening?
What is this?
Yeah.
A novella? A
I'm
comic of
pointing
some
to the
kind?
name. This.
You see Caravel look at it and kind of like hold it. Oh. Yes, this is mine.
What? When were you going to tell us you were writing comics about our life?
It isn't even about your life. Did you go through it?
No, but you're using our likeness, and I feel like that's got to be something.
But you're blue.
You are
Blue
blue.
and yellow makes green. That's halfway to me.
To be very fair, this was stolen. This was taken a very long time ago off. Remember when we got those people who came into the ship and they took my books? This was
Wait, what?
Do you not remember that? They took one of my books.
Yes.
This is one of the books they took.
Oh my god. Why didn't you tell us that there was a comic about us? I should have been talking to the lady about the other books. All I cared about was that potentially somebody was making profit off of us while we sit here.
Before I had truly met you, I had gone to a person, and I had asked who I would probably meet up with or see on Pangea. She's
Like a
in-
psychic?
kind of, but a more otherworldly psychic. They're called
Toodles.
No, they're called Yahwehs. They're descendants of the Lady of the Doors. She's an omnipotent god that keeps track of all the timelines. And so I had made contact with the Galway and was curious. I didn't know who I was going to see and asked if perhaps they could give me a visual so that way I could know when to leave. And this is what she gave me. That's why if you go forward and you look through the book, it is mostly illustrations. It's not even a comic.
I start rifling through to prove the point.
As you
I'm
kind
not even mad. Zazzy's just like, why is this in existence?
As you kind of go through it, you can see that it almost looks like descriptions as well as like what to expect. And you can see it even does little sketches of where you guys first met at that bar in Pangea. You can see the clothes that you first wore. Even Knight is there, and he's kind of got more of that puffy face. He looks a little different. He has a lion's nose for some reason. And he's not even got a tail. And it just looks like very early versions of yourselves.
Okay, you're off the hook. You're not making money off of us.
Technically,
I
somebody
just
else
wanted to
is.
cut.
Just wanted to cut.
Someone else is actually, because they're selling this under something. Where did you get this from?
I traded a birdhouse for it.
Where did it come from?
That lady over there. She has a lot of books, actually.
Caramel's eyes go like this, and he goes, okay.
Do we need to go?
her?
Wait, huh?
Do you know her?
Not intimately.
I'm
So you do?
inside-checking. No, I'm not inside checking.
I've seen her before. I don't know her very well.
Did she? Okay, wait. Should we go? Should we go get more information on her? Wait, why are you looking down like that?
I doubt you'll get much information from Gladrialta. She is serpentined.
What? What?
Her,
now?
her name is Gladrialta.
Okay.
I'll spell that, don't worry. She's from Zainwar.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
She
No.
might. No?
No.
No. Wait.
She
yes.
said no.
This
Yes.
is the name.
No. Yes.
She said
yes.
no. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My wife has said no. I'm sworn to secrecy.
No.
now.
No,
I'm sworn to
Is
secrecy.
this is this her
Who's her?
Wait.
from
What?
the girl who you were supposed to like get married to, or is that a different
No,
name?
that is the Loris's. That is very different. Gladrialta is a Louette. Technically. She was a Louette.
Can I roll a history on what a Louette is?
Go ahead.
Just said like 15 words that I don't understand.
In Zainwar, you are usually classified by a house name.
I got a 19.
Louette's is a very low class name within Zainwar, and it belongs to someone very familiar to you. I suggest we simply pretend it didn't happen and we continue amongst our day.
Wait. No. You said serpent tide.
So there are these things called serpent towers. I think Starlight spoke of it, but Gladrialta is a snakish woman, very elusive, and she hardly tells the truth.
Okay, but then sometimes she does tell the truth.
If it's in her interest.
But like, how do you know her?
That is Lysander's nurturer. I will not go near Gladrialta, and you cannot make me.
Like, mommy?
Mommy! Correct. It would be. I want everyone to know that you all can hear this if you're. Because you're all have in that area. Caravel will nod and go, Mommy.
I'm marching back up.
So going back. But I'm like cowering a little bit behind Zazie of like, but wait, I have to see, but also like.
So Zazli and Clem are back on the move. Knight, Shantara, Kiros. What are you guys doing? You guys have heard this whole conversation.
I will wait to see if any of Tara and I have something I want to do, but I want to see if those two do anything first.
I think Kiros is just focusing on his carving because he knows he's on a deadline. But I think he's just like, he's got like an ear perked up to listen to everything, but just is like, oh, this is messy.
Shantara?
I think Tara's. I think she's just kind of like watching. I don't really think she like engages.
Okay.
I think she like mentally clocks it, and like maybe I think she takes out a journal and like starts writing down what she hears, but she's not gonna like engage with it. She's maybe writing like she's writing notes because now that her memories are gone, she like does not want to rely on like her memories. So I think she's like Kiros is whittling. What is Knight? Is Knight just like chilling?
He is, I'd say, at a. He'd probably be at like one of the tables, but the chair is definitely turned in a way that he's able to watch, like people watch, like able to see you, Kiros, kind of like not at the table with Caravel, Starlight, and all of that, so he could hear that, and he didn't move when they like darted off.
Okay, so you're at a table by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna write Knight. Lone Wolf? Question mark? And then she'll write Kiros. Likes to whittle. Caravel. Mommy? Question mark? Like, she's writing these notes in this journal that are like, I don't know what to make sense of any of this right now. But I don't think she's like gonna engage with anybody if nobody engages with her.
Okay. So Knight, did you want to do anything, or are you just sitting?
No, I did. I think after we're sitting, that event happens, and just kind of letting it pause. Eventually, Kiros, you'll hear in your head, "Hey."
I guess you're like slightly towards Knight, and then he'll hear it in his head, hey.
What you doing over there?
Oh my god.
Working with wood. What are you doing over there?
That's kind of neat. How's the whittling going? I'm just sitting.
It's fine. I owe one of the shopkeepers a figure. Are you okay?
Yeah, you seemed a little busy, but I figured that if I sat over here and spoke to you in your mind, you could still work, but chat.
Have something in mind?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that are on my mind, but I'm mostly just checking in. Seeing how you're doing.
I feel like there's just like a slow, like slight shift so that he's facing like a little bit closer to Night, just in like, and definitely like from the corner of Karis's eye, he's like watching Night, and he's just kind of like, it's going, things are happening, and we're traveling. So, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm so fine. As he kind of has like a dagger and is probably just kind of like idly carving just nothing on the edge of the table. You know, we just been traveling so much and a lot of things have been happening, like you said, that we haven't really had a chance to chat.
Fair enough. Okay. He definitely hears this in his mind, just in the definite like startled surprise of just
Did Knight hear that too? Huh?
he's like, not the but he's just kind of like the like. There's definitely like, but he would probably see just like Kira's like does like one like clear cut, and then just kind of like stops it. It's just like, shit, how do I do that? You know, just trying not to be consumed by ink. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that. No, definitely not a fun thing that is going on. I know got a lot of things going on for you right now too. You know, kind of just wanted to check in to see, you know, how you were feeling about things, especially with now that Tara lost her memories. I'm sure that is certainly not a very good thing that is happening with you right now. I'm, you know, couldn't imagine what you'd be going through with that. And we know not just the ink, your blood thing. I haven't even checked in recently how that is going, so we haven't really had a moment to talk about it. And if you're busy, I can save this for another moment, but just wanted to reach out to say that if you needed to talk about it all, I'm here.
There's like definitely like at least like a minute pause before he responds, and there's definitely like a stop in his like whittling as he's like trying to like think before it starts resuming again. It is something that has happened. It is something that we cannot change. It is something that we will move forward with. And things will be better in the long run this way.
Well, I was kind of out of it with all that ink to really know what has happened, so I would assume that without Zeva things would be better in the long run. But even though it has happened and we can't change it, that doesn't mean needing to vent things out or have another ear to talk about things. God, I'm not good at this. I just want you to know that I'm there to be. If you need someone that's not going to, you know, I'll keep it to myself. You ever need a punching bag? Got a sparring partner? Yeah, I just want you to know that if you have someone, I'm here.
I won't use you as a punching bag, but a sparring partner would not be a bad idea.
Got it. I will put it down. that we have an appointment of sparring next time we actually have a chance.
Are you all right?
I, probably have been better. It's been long enough that I don't quite really know what better might be at this point, but,
It's just a soft chuckle in his head.
it
Wait, I
is,
understand
a lot of things have changed, and I'm mostly just trying to figure out who I am in this change, and I know one of them is one thing I've realized I've kind of neglected some things of closing doors on potential friendships and relationships amongst the group, and I'm just trying to open those up back again a little bit more.
I can understand that. And you and I have never always seen eye to eye on a litany of things. However, that doesn't mean that we can't find common ground. And I think, and he'll kind of like shift and kind of like give like a more like, not true pointed look, but like a look of like understanding of, you're going through a rebirth in a way, a step into a new life. And not everyone has experienced that, but it gives you a path forward. And if you do want to talk, I've got a few decades or so of some knowledge. I don't know if it's much, but at least it's something.
Well, how about this? If I talk, you talk.
Deal.
I'll let you go.
I look forward to our sparring.
All right.
And he will slip out of your mind.
As this conversation ends, we will go ahead and end today's session there. But before we do, I wasn't able to spin the wheel last week, so we still have to spin the wheel for the raffle. But also, before I get into that, I do want to let everybody know. So, I will be doing teachables at camp. So I thought it'd be really fun if we could make business cards or some kind of idea for our character to show every skill that we can teach people. Like it's like a little shop.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be kind of fun. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I will be making one for Caravel and Amira. And from now on, if you want to learn a skill at camp, you'll be able to do that with rolling and having people teach you. I'm excited to see these business cards. Yes.
I have a question. Since I have spent some time, I feel like a lot of time at this point with a carnivorous plant, can I add carnivorous plant handling as a skill to teach? But it's not very good because I'm still learning.
Can you roll me? Can you roll me 2d20s? Just flat. I gotta know.
Okay.
Oh my
I
God.
just, even if she's terrible at it, she would. Oh no. A 3 and an 18.
You can use a point of inspiration if you want to re-roll that at 3. If you think it's worth it.
Do I get an inspiration for my Google sheet?
I will give you that. I will give you an inspiration for that Google sheet.
Oh, an 18 and a 19! Google sheet for the win.
I will say you do have a custom skill of carnivorous plant hunting, and you can put it 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. All right, we're not putting that on the business card. That's not.
We
legally
do our
required.
own Yelp reviews.
Yeah, I think that'd be fucking hilarious.
We just have a little board in the shop in our rings that just gives the review.
We can also, I can make another thing where everyone can put their little business card and people can write little reviews underneath it if you want to do it like that. So everyone can have their own little area.
Brilliant.
Cute.
Brilliant.
Sassy taught me how to make pancakes. I burned them. Still 10 out of 10.
Every time.
Learn how to make cookies from Amira. 10 out of 10 cookies. Scary out of 10 teaching.
I do fear that Amira just pulls them out of a magic pocket. So what are you actually learning?
She has a
She
whole
just puts
house, a
them
little
on-
factory, and a backpack, guys.
Hey, she knows how to make those
She's fully
cookies.
walking in the goddamn fucking bot in the packet.
I just imagine she pulls them out, puts them on a tray, and's like, "You learned how to do it. You did great."
That's not been my
Here's your
experience.
backpack. Yeah.
So every skill that you
made
are
it weird.
proficient in, you can teach people. And if you feel like you have a skill that's not on your sheet that you feel proficient in, message me and then you can put it on your business card. I'm also waiting for graphic design as my passion and then a stick figure. I'm waiting for that to be the next thing.
Mhm.
Oh, fuck.